that button over here, the little green light will come on here, and it'll say that you're recording, and you'll know that it's recording.
Oh, okay. Now.
10 years ago, on the way to Virginia Beach, I tried to explain
So
to
who
you
cares?
how to operate the machine. Now, 10 years later, you're asking our 15-year-old son how to operate the same machine. Get it together, Mom. Please. Thank you. This is a recording for history. Goodbye. Say goodbye, dear.
Oh, she's videotaping. I live
You're on. Say something.
Grumpy, we'll miss you.
Right.
And I'll tell you how many times I've watched people go to the laundry, leave it there, walk out, go to the park. And he came up with the idea a long time ago. We should combine. I don't even know it, but I'm assuming this. You know how many guys go to the laundry and do the freaking how do you want to get around? Then you can always use an excuse. Well, honey, I don't want you to. Nice guy.
No. Say something nice, Graham.
I'm smiling.
Come back. Please come back. If things don't work out, come back. It wasn't big.
Was that a smile? Yeah, because I saw the creases in his forehead.
I haven't seen him look this happy in years.
I can believe it. That's why he's happy.
Well, yeah, it's enough to make anybody happy, right? I'm happy.
No, we're just going home late. The other guy was, yeah.
They think they're going to...
Nice shot.
Everybody runs away from the camera. Right. Why does everybody run away? Say something to Ray.
Later. Things, Dave.
All right, you're on.
Hey, Ray. Good luck.
All right.
That's all I can think of right now. I'll think of something later.
Good. That's good.
My name's Ray Reincarnation.
Where's Pam?
Say goodbye to Ray.
Bye. Hi, Ray. Bye, Ray.
Good luck. We'll miss you. Miss you. Beautiful.
Yeah, I gotta be up at all day Sunday.
You know he's not going to play.
It's like summer camp, you know what I mean?
Watch out. Say something to Ray. Just say
Don't
something.
you start that nonsense.
Just say something to Ray. That's all.
Say
something.
No, you don't want me to say anything to Ray.
Come on.
Huh?
Whatever.
Whatever. Not fit for human consumption. Let's put it that way.
I don't have to worry about people
One
running
little
over me
brief.
to get to you. Hi, hon.
Hey. How are you?
How are you? I left her home tonight. My mother-in-law's up.
Good. Say something to Ray. Bruce, say something to Ray.
What can I say about Ray?
Whatever. Anything.
Anything about Ray? Very nice guy.
Honest, Bruce.
Listen, you said I do, not me.
What?
Oh, sure.
Something to Ray.
All right, one more sip.
All right, I'm just going to go down here again.
You start playing our kind of music, Karen.
Doors? No.
You have all
special occasion, Ray Bryant retiring from the department. First of all, I'd like to recognize some of the people who are special guests. First off, the Honorable Leroy Carson, Supervisor of the Town of Gardner.
It does exist.
It does exist, right? And
You don't have rabid pigs. We do.
in addition to the Honorable Supervisor, we have the Chief of the Town of Ulster Police Department, Dan.
Yeah, when they start to run.
Next to me, we have Chief Ralph Appa, the Town of New Paltz. Also, the gentleman who just walked in, who is always a friend, retired Chief Dennis Capone. And certainly people from our department who have helped contribute over years and made the organization we are. Retired Lieutenant Ralph Kemp. Retired Investigator Abel Beedick. And of course, everybody here knows retired Rip Van Winkle, this living member of the department.
The oldest living member of the human race.
Older than dirt.
It's dirtier than
Also
dirt.
with us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, some people to recognize who've always been good friends to Artman and worked with us for many years, worked with Greg. Phil Taggart, retired from the Town of New Paltz.
Hey, Willie!
The illustrious Bill Ludicky, retired. Every morning I make the turn off at 2:08, I see Bill's dog walking Bill.
It's a mutual respect. The college on New Paltz, my dog sits on the college.
And
You gotta be kidding, they both gotta go take a leak.
And also in the back of the room, retired investigator in the New York State Police, Jack Osborne. We're all here to celebrate with Ray, who is, after 19 years, retiring, 20 years if you will, moving on to a new career. The news is he packed his bags and he cleared out. The bid is it will only be 22 years and 7 months before he can collect his first check. But hopefully, being the guy he is, he'll make $1 million and we'll all envy him.
All right.
Because this was kind of noted, we didn't have a lot of time to recognize that Ray Smith and Cecilia Tapley and Jennifer Waite spent a lot of time putting this together so that we can have this occasion this evening to honor Ray. There were several people who could not be here this evening. Some of them did send letters along they asked me to read. So while they're getting the coffee and the dessert, I'll put on my glass, I'll take the opportunities to you. This letter is from Dr. R. Bruce McBride, Associate Vice Chancellor from SUNY Central, and he is the head of public safety statewide. Dear Ray, family doesn't prevent me from attending your retirement dinner this evening. However, you will always be remembered by me as the best teacher of physical safety that our academy has ever had. You also hold the record for providing the shortest lesson plan ever submitted. I need to explain this to you. Ray has for many years been a teacher at the Public Safety Academy in Albany. And he was asked one time, I think I bailed out, he had to go up and teach bicycle, got off the top. He walked in and said, here's the lesson, lock up your goddamn bike. And now let's talk about some real seriously, I want to thank you for your effort and your years of support of the SUNY Academy. You have always been willing to share your knowledge and your experience with our recruits. You may be moving to a new career, but your time, effort, and dedication to the university and public safety will always be remembered. Most importantly, thank you for your friendship over these many years. Sincerely, Bruce McCrae. Several of the administrators, some of you may know, you may not, Dr. is retiring. Several of the administrators probably would have been here tonight, are down in the city. They're having the Last Supper at an exclusive restaurant in New York. But this is from our immediate boss, Vice President James Grant. Dear Ray, you and I have shared the same workplace for a little over 18 years. Throughout this time, we have seen this institute develop into a very strong, diverse community of students, faculty, and staff. Our joint mission has been to protect and serve the community to the best of our ability. I commend your excellence in meeting this mission. You have dedicated thousands of hours to the members of this community, both as a patrol officer and a lieutenant. You have been dependable, resourceful, honest, and hardworking. You have started college as a professional, while retaining your terrific sense of humor in spite of the many. I have enjoyed working with you, Ray. It has been a tremendous pleasure to know you. Congratulations on beginning a new career. You bring with you a great talent. Sounds like he's dead. You bring with you a great deal of talent and a wide variety of experiences. You are sure to be a resounding success. Thank you for all your contributions to SUNY New Paltz. Sincerely, Mr. Vince Beninato.
Hey, you got a no class, Brian.
Mr. Ray, still got a no class, but you're going to leave, and I am happy for you. When I first met you, you still had a no class. You walk around like a big grouchy bear with a case of fleas. You would pace floor, scratch, you smoke it too much, and growl on. You would need a blood transfusion at 10 liters of a class. You are going away to make a money. I hope you make a much money, whatever you plan to do. I hope you not go into business to make people happy, because you will fail. and end up on a welfare. That would be a sad for we'll have to fill out your papers. When I ran for a mayor of Hoboken in New Jersey, I lost by one vote. I know you know this because every time I try to tell you, you pace, you smoke, growl, and you out the door. Anyway, you a bigger, older, grumpy bear, no clue. But I wish you good luck in a business. You would probably make a good jump shot. Take care, Ray. Sincerely, Beninato. So, that takes care of all the letters, and you can have it. With that, there are some people who also would like to say a few words and roast you. Honest to God, it's like you were dead.
That's what I feel like.
But you're not.
Why don't we start off with Al Foyer on behalf of the Cases
Don't have anything really prepared. I have a couple of things from the heart. I know you're going to succeed. We all know he succeed in anything he does. Because as much as he's always complained about new people, changes, he's always been on the cutting edge of every change and changes that have ever happened have been behind him. And just one other thing, when we started working there, it was a real fun place to work. We were all young. Residence life people were same age students with us. New Place was all the same age as us. We were all young and having a good time. And over the years, you are an idealist. I know people think Ray an idealist. An idealist. He spent more hours being the fireman, trying to keep people together, trying to bring money to everybody, which was a thankless task. But we on the 8 to 12 shift, thank you for it. All years have been very good. friends with you without having a context of work. Lots of love. Thank you.
Speaking on behalf of the New Paltz Police Department, Lieutenant Bruce speaking.
LD.
Well, Al. I was trying to say such eloquent words, but and Ray, I kind of lack. Ray and I go back quite a way when they wouldn't have me in the police department, and they threw out that Ray was the only one that took me in. Most of the words I say are 4 letters, so I can't repeat them. But we go back a little ways, and we had some good days. Ray was one of the first ones, since he's retired, in any trouble anymore, that used to open up the fire escape so that I could put back tower. Immediately, just said he used to ask me to give him 10 minutes to get out of the area, which was pretty cool. He said if I fell, just don't yell. Let's see, what else? Ray used to be the guy that Gary was still here, and we needed a place to hide the car so that we could go fishing the bridge. Ray would ideal places to park our car so that we wouldn't get in any trouble. Ray was also a visionary. You know, when I came to the New Paltz Police Department, I had multi-personalities.
Really?
And Ray helped me get on some of them. And we finally know who the real Lyman Skolsky is. Or do we?
Yeah, we do. We do.
Holly Hobbs.
Yeah, well, there was more than a couple of them. But anyway, Ray was real good, and am I far off, Ray?
Keep talking, Bruce.
Don't paste the floor on me, okay?
That's what he does.
We wore out tiles up on that stuff. One of the best ones was sitting there to mediate some of the real intellectual discussions that used to take place between a friend of Ray's, Termite. That used to impress the shit out of me. I mean, you know, when we didn't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw in, you know, if you could afford Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, you were really doing well. And you know, you get a few of those in you, and my God, we solved all the world's problems together over time. But all in all, I had to deal with something. Yeah, I know.
Don't be buying any of them foreign cars.
That's right.
Stick to the Chevy automobiles.
The real deal is this: Ray's been a real pearl to work. Unfortunately, I never saw that side of him. But he's been a good friend. He's been a good friend. He's been a good friend to the New Paltz Police Department. He stayed away quite a bit, so that worked out real well. And we were some tough. Most of them were really good times. And anyway, Ray, you know, in light of all of this, the New Paltz Police Department, taking into consideration the type of person that you are, we went away. And we got a little plaque for you. Well, we thought we could do it. So anyway, on behalf of the New Paltz Police Department, Ray, why don't you come over?
Ray.
Come on, Ray. Put the cigarette out, Ray. Put
Now
the
listen, there's a
cigarette
little story about it, all right? This plaque, you know, sorry. Okay? The new chief of the police department, they find my abilities and what have you. And anyway, we went up to pick up this plaque for you, and well, we had to have lunch. And the real deal is this. We were able to get another pitcher of beer as long as we hocked the plaque. So here's the box. I put a card in for you. Hey, beer around, Ray. Anyway, look at me. I got a
You gotta pose.
Come on. I'm not going to be to you anymore. I'm not going to be nice to anybody anymore.
Only me.
Anyway, this is a pleasure for me to stand up here with this guy. I could never stand up. Anyway, this is presented to Lieutenant Ray Bryant, 18 cooperative service with the New Paltz Police Department. And Ray, hanging on the wall, or do whatever the hell you want. They look good behind toilets.
You got the bill too?
Oh, no, we sent the bill to Dick.
That's it.
Jack, shut up, Jack.
Don't ruin the schedule, Jack.
Hey, you're not done yet. Have a beer, Jack.
Uniform hats, uniform parts and stuff like that. You know, whatever.
There was no regulations.
No, not at all. And Mike and me, if I remember correctly, pardon me, fuck you assholes, you'll never get my hat.
Right, I said that.
Yeah. Well,
You got my hat.
right,
After 20 years, you got my hat.
112 gauge from my brother and 112 gauge from me. We only wish we could have shot it off the head, but afraid of ricochets. We're in good health.
All right, sit down, Ray. We're not done.
Grip that?
This is one of the most even-tempered guys I've met in my life.
That's true.
Well, he's got a few hairs that he lost. Some of you know that I've always had an abiding interest in seeing to the efficiency of the department, at least campus police department, was brought up to a higher level. And in the process of doing that, one of the things that I worked with the department was to get the computerized, to work with the real world in today's world. I gotta tell you, it was quite an experience to work with Ray in the process. I should have known that I was in for trouble when he told me what he wanted as his password. Any guy that wants Sluggo as his password computer, Ray would call me up, and I would have to come over to the campus and see if I could straighten out the problem as to why his computer wouldn't work. Usually it was because the plug wasn't in the wall. All right? That's right. We got a hole in that. But Ray, I gotta tell you, it was an experience working with you. I wish you the best. Okay? I'm sure that you will take the insurance field and drive them as crazy as you drove everybody else.
Chickens. Let's see. Chief Miller, Town of Ulster.
Is anybody from the Daily Freeman here?
Yeah, they're out in front.
No, wait, where's the record? The record.
Send to the meeting. Where are they?
Okay, get out of here. Let's have. My name is Horrigan. I'm actually kind of here from as a New Paltz cop today because actually my friendship and my association with Ray started back in the good old New Paltz days. We used to steal food at the cafeteria and have parties at Keeping's house. I don't want to say anything, but the first thing I thought of to bring Ray as a gift was the pearls that we burned in the fire when we were eating them that night, and all the other things. But the whole thing that reminds me of Ray is when he told me he was in the Navy. And he was in the Navy with another Sluggo, but a real Sluggo, not a Sluggo from the campus. He was in the Navy with one of the that used to work for me. And he was a fine cop, a guy named Gene Whalen. And Ray told me that he and Gene were the closest of buddies in the Navy. And I realized from that conversation that I could like Ray and I really had to hate Gene because I realized that Ray had a hell of a lot more class than Gene ever dreamed of having. But in light of the fact that I got to say I enjoyed the friendship over the years. And I can say you're fair, but you're actually a very friendly person, and we've had the opportunity to talk a lot since I left New Paltz area. And And especially in the last couple of years, I've seen a lot more of Ray, and I think you're going to be fantastic. And I think you did the smartest thing in the world to get out of this field when you can. And I wish you the best. I hope on our behalf that you keep progress.
Comments from our side about Castellano?
I started about 36 years ago with Nancy Gore Security. When Ray came, when Ray came, things happened and it came up to the high standard of campus police. I remember one instant when I was going out and the old way and Ray was coming in the new way. A fellow came in and he was sick. His doctor prescribed medicine. Ray had his hand. I grabbed it from Ray. I said, Ray, stop this nonsense. Gave back the medicine to the kid because he needed it. And Ray said, fine, Ralph, you just gave back his dope. And it was dope. Remember that, Ray Dean? The guy So
you were my lieutenant, Ralph.
I was the lieutenant, but I couldn't recognize the substance when I saw it. But Ray just come out of school. He knew what he was talking about. He did his job very, very well, all the time. And all I can say is, the best of luck to you, and God bless. Bye-bye.
Say that they're going to make coffee and dessert. And I usually have some discussion about politics. It's pretty opposed to you know, one thing about Ray, he'd go home at night, he'd study. He'd come back the next day and tell me, you know, all the errors I made in the argument. And the thing I remember most about Ray, and will always remember, is his concern for other people in the party. God bless you. She's really.
That boy,
Never testified in jury, did you?
The department has a couple of presentations for Ray. First of all, we'll begin with Lieutenant Pat Castellano on behalf of the department. All right, Pat.
All right, Pat.
Is she presenting?
Oh, someone do it.
Oh, just go with it.
Come on, Ray.
Go ahead, Ray.
Castellano family's already been represented.
Go ahead, Smug.
Keep it short.
She wants protection.
Oh, Jesus.
From the department in the U.S. Navy.
U.S. Navy. God bless us.
What'd you do, make a deal for this or what?
The U.S. is great, isn't it? Where did you get that?
You found it in the ocean.
Off the Jersey Shore somewhere. That long.
You know how hard it is to get the USS.
Very hard.
Yes, he knows.
This is not a cruiser. This is not
No.
a
It's a tramp
battleship.
steamer.
It's a tramp steamer. A freighter? It's a freighter that I showed you. How you get it? But it was the love of my
Put it
life.
on, Ray. Put it on.
What is it? Put it on, Ray.
Where it found you. Slug up.
Hey!
And you gotta realize, when you're in ammunition ship, no one likes you. You're by yourself. You steam by yourself.
Hey, Ray, let's see how, you want to see how quick we can empty this room and go through the feeling all over again?
And they're using it now to make a reef?
You had to hear the story about this. Ray Smith was instrumental in finding this hat. He called the guy on the phone. The guy said the USS Great what? This ship was sold to the Gillette Razor Blade Company.
It was.
In the early 60s. Some of us may very well have used a portion of it tonight. Anyway, it took a the Navy. Ray's desire in life, if he couldn't be doing something other than law enforcement, would be going down the Hudson River on the bow of a Moran tugboat. That would be Ray's ultimate. But he can't. He's been with us, so whatever. Sorry. Smitty, Ray Smith has another presentation on behalf of the department.
You got the whole Navy uniform now, right?
The white stuff.
Got your re-enlistment papers, Ray.
Look at the back of it, Ray. Hey, Ray, if you take off your clothes, you'll be wearing your dress whites.
When I ordered this hat, the guy in Alex, Virginia said, I said great sit can. He said great shit can. I think that's what Ray told me. Matched up okay. I hope you enjoyed it. Presented from the department is a plaque that says presented to Lieutenant Ray Sluggo Bryant for 20 years, we stretched it, 20 years of dedicated service from the members of the SUNY New Paltz Police Department, June 21st, 1980. And best of luck to you.
Do you want to say a few words? Here's your chance.
Very few words.
That's enough, Ray.
Very few words.
Let's not overdo it now. When I came to Newport, I wanted to uphold myself as an officer of the law. I was as proud as I could. And I think I did as well as I could. When it comes to time, we all have to leave. And my time is coming. I would rather have 30 people here today, 30 employees, and leave in a negative atmosphere. And I got up here, I was going to stand up, I was going to make a lot of wisecracks. I was going to make a lot of wisecracks against my buddy Sergeant Mantel, retired Sergeant Ludigan, Officer Taggart, Chief Safone. But once I get up here, I can't make those wisecracks. I just thank you for your support.